Kia ora, my name's Brandon Te Moananui and I'm a filmmaker from Wellington. When I was young, I watched like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon. It's obviously not New Zealand, but my mum forced me to watch Shortland Street while I plaited her hair or combed it. But yeah, that's where kind of film started for me. I'm not really a film nerd, or I don't really know the history and stuff like that. I really just know how to make them. That's what I found out when I went to film schools. Like everyone just knew the history and everything, like who did this and who did that. And I was just more like, I think I just know how to make. I know the process and I love the process.
Okay, you guys ready?
We have a beautiful vineyard. We have amazing wine. I've got my best friend, 2 beautiful girls, and an American warrior by my side. I like your style.
1, 2.
9, 10, 11, 12.
When I went to film school, I was like the only one who put my hand up that wanted to be a cinematographer or a director of photography. Everyone else wanted to be a director. I was like the only one like this. I think there might have been one other person, but I was like, why would I want to be a director? But I've done a bit of directing now, so. But yeah, camera was my first love. You know, there's so many people doing it. It's quite a hard job to get into when you don't have a producer, director that you're always working with and who are kind of, you know, getting heaps of work and giving you those opportunities. So I felt like, I need to kind of jump across. So I do a lot of editing as well, and that can kind of diversify my income and my opportunities.
But it's the simple words of acknowledge me, and whether that's in the form of a hello, a conversation, an eye contact, a smile. Those are the contacts that were the most important, is people acknowledging each of us.
Every now and then I get an opportunity to write or direct something, so I just jumped on the opportunity just to kind of learn and be a sponge. And producing, the same thing, was just like, I had an idea with Jamie McCaskill with the Māori Sidesteps. That kind of came up and we just said, how are we going to do this? And I worked with Julian Adahunga out at our films for about six or 7 years, just off and on as a contractor. And just seeing how he went and got money and got his shows funded, and I just pretty much copied him and just said, how do you do it? And he just said, here you go, this is how you do it. Proposal, think about marketing, think about the budget. He pretty much just gave me a template and I just, okay, what's all the processes, and just kind of put it together. The Mori Sidesteps, that's definitely my community at the moment. There's 8 of us in that company. And we kind of just, you know, move around, and people still are like, what is it? We're still trying to figure out, you know, it's all about being inclusive and having Māori, Pākehā, all these other cultures connecting.
Sorry to interrupt. Is it time for audition? Shall I?
Are you a bit late, bro?
Yeah, but I've got a Grammy.
Oh, we all got grandmas, mate.
No, I mean, you know, like...
It's a kakite from me, bro.
Okay.
And probably from all of us, I speak for all of us. Kakite, bro.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you.
When I met Julian Adahunga, so he's got our films, you know, that was my first kind of the world opening to the Māori filmmaking, and you know, just going around the country with him, going to maraes and going and speaking with all these amazing Māoris, like, it just made me, you know, I got to learn while I was filmmaking. But now it's like I'm at the point of, I'm a Māori filmmaker, but I haven't tattooed my tongue, or I haven't done I can't speak it fluently. You know, I can kind of understand. It's just more around structure. So now I really want to do a full immersion, because I feel like I'm at a point in my career where I can kind of hold just for a second, just for a year, just slow down a bit, really, because I haven't really had a break for ages. I know that full immersion is the only way. Everyone says it. And everyone who's tried not to do full immersion say they just keep losing it. So I think it's really important for me as a filmmaker, because I don't know, it's who I am. You can't go anywhere if you don't know where you're from or who you are. You can try, but you're always going to get pulled back. So yeah, I think that's really going to be an important part of my growth, and hopefully come out of the other end knowing a bit more, and then I can, you know, go to the marae and I'm sweet, because it's nerve-wracking when you go to a marae and you're the only male in a film crew or something, and you have to do the kōrero, and you have to say that you don't actually know how to speak Māori, or you don't know the tikanga. So it's just time, just got to put time in. Just have to switch it from my career to switch it in my head. What I really like to make, stuff around challenging perceptions of society with docos anyway. That's kind of really where I think I get most out of filmmaking, is documentaries and telling other people's stories and trying to craft something that can challenge that perception of whatever it is. When I talk with the director about lens choice, I guess it's about the world that you're trying to portray, especially in docos, like how much do you want to see around them? And obviously wider lenses are going to show that. And I've been shooting a lot wide, close, gives this kind of warped kind of feel, which I've actually changed recently, and I like to use like an 85 or something to start off the day, and because sometimes you get too close with the wide lens with the talent, so it's important to respect their space and you know, sit on a wide lens like this. This is an 85 from a distance, you know. I like using foreground, and it's all about, I guess, meaning, and what does it mean to the story, and what is it going to add? Is a static shot sitting there while the talent's just staring at it going to add to the story, or is it going to really take the audience away? So I guess there's all that discussion with the director. Docos, it's quite different. You know, you don't have that pre-production time where you can kind of set up shots, and you kind of have to walk in and you have to really use your skill. That's why I love docos, because it's on the fly and you're really just pulling 10 years of yourself into that moment, which is quite cool. If I'm creating something like writing or producing, I need my alone time at the start. The beginning is where I really want to just see what my instincts are, and where I'm gonna just follow it, like whatever comes, see what happens, but I've got to give that time as well. Otherwise, I've learned over the years that if you don't follow your instincts, there's a point in the process where you have to go back. So I've kind of like, now I've learned, just stick with that and see how it goes. I always experience on every project, I'm like, I have this instinct of doing something, and then I go, nah, because I think about it too much. But then you get down the road and it's like, that was the right thing to do. Like, get to the edit or something and the image is a bit, or the lighting's a bit, And I was like, I should have just did that. Or even in writing, I should have just wrote that out. That would have worked, but just didn't trust, I guess, my experience at the time. Like learning off other people and seeing what they do, and really seeing if they trust their instincts or not and how they do it. I know it's quite hard to say how you do that, but I think the more you do it, the more it becomes, I guess, something that's real inside you, you know? It's just like, okay, I thought of that first, okay, I'll run with that and just stay with that until the wheels fall off, I guess. Yeah.